A Providence man has been named the first Rhode Islander charged in connection to the January riot at the U.S. Capitol.
Timothy Desjardins is facing 6 criminal complaints in the case, but he is no stranger to law enforcement. The 35-year-old was arrested earlier this month after an armed standoff with Providence police. 12 News reporter Brittany Schaefer joins us live in studio with more on his lengthy criminal history. Brittany?
Well, Mike Shannon, the court documents unsealed today reveal Timothy Desjardins repeatedly assaulted Capitol officers with a dangerous weapon. The 35-year-old facing similar charges back here in Rhode Island for 2 separate incidents in the past few months. Photos released today in a federal criminal complaint appear to show a man raising a weapon in a mob of people at the U.S. Capitol. According to the FBI, that man is Timothy Desjardins of Providence. They say he repeatedly assaulted Capitol officers with a broken table leg. The 35-year-old is facing numerous charges, including assault, resisting or impeding officers using a dangerous weapon, and engaging in physical violence in a restricted building. Officers also found the backpack Desjardins was wearing during the riot, locating numerous items like his ID, along with 3 axes. Hours after the riot, Desjardins was found at another federal building. Court documents reveal he was found trying to go over the chains behind the FBI headquarters. 2 weeks before he was charged for his part in the Capitol riot, Desjardins was at the center of a police standoff on Federal Hill. Last week, 12 News asked Colonel Hugh Clemens about his reaction to Desjardins being out on bail after a prior shooting this summer.
Very frustrating. I mean, along with most things that we do, you know, it's hard enough to identify them and or capture them. And so it's difficult when they're immediately placed back on the street, especially when they have a violent nature.
Desjardins barricaded himself inside his Federal Hill barbershop for hours after police saw him with a gun. He was out on bail for shooting a man in September, therefore is not allowed to be armed. Investigators later found a gun and 200 rounds of ammunition inside his shop called We the People. In court, prosecutors said Desjardins told police he should not have given himself up. Court records reveal 6 other cases against Desjardins in Rhode Island, including disorderly conduct and driving with a suspended license. And during the FBI interview the day after the riot, Desjardins admitted to being at the Capitol and said he was, quote, good with the axes found in his bag. He is the 11th person charged in connection to the Capitol riot, first from Rhode Island. For now, live in studio, I'm Brittany Schaefer, 12 News.
Providence man with a long criminal history is now the first Rhode Islander charged in connection with the attack on the U.S. Capitol.
Timothy Desjardins is facing a half-dozen federal counts, accused of assaulting Capitol police officers on January 6th. More recently, he was arrested in Providence following a standoff on Federal Hill. 12 News reporter Brittany Schaefer joins us live in studio with what else we've learned. Brittany?
Well, Mike Shannon, court documents unsealed today reveal Timothy Desjardins is facing 6 criminal complaints in connection to the Capitol riot. Those charges coming 2 weeks after the Providence man was arrested after an armed standoff with police on Federal Hill. Timothy Desjardins is the first Rhode Islander charged in the January Capitol riot. According to court documents, Desjardins took a broken table leg and repeatedly assaulted Capitol officers with a significant amount of force. The 35-year-old is facing numerous charges, including assault, resisting or impeding officers using a dangerous weapon or inflicting bodily injury, and engaging in physical violence in a restricted building. He was charged November 19th, just 8 days after this. Desjardins barricaded himself inside his Federal Hill barbershop for hours after 2 officers saw him with a gun. He was out on bail for allegedly shooting a man in September after a road rage incident, therefore was not allowed to be armed. 12 News cameras captured this moment when he walked out, hands in air. Investigators later found a gun and 200 rounds of ammunition inside his shop called We the People. In court, prosecutors said Desjardins told police he should not have given himself up. He is facing 5 felony charges on that case and now 6 federal complaints for his part in storming the Capitol. Court documents also reveal the FBI interviewed Desjardins the day after the riot when he was found trying to, quote, go over the chains behind the FBI headquarters. Officers also found the backpack Desjardins was wearing during the riot. They located numerous items like his ID, walkie-talkies, and 3 axes. During the interview, Desjardins told the FBI he was, quote, good with the axes found in his bag. And Desjardins' attorney for the Rhode Island matters tells us she's not handling the federal case and declined to comment at this time. Live in studio, I'm Brittany Schaefer, 12 News.